Happy Thursday, everybody. So I had a very interesting conversation just a little while ago. So a guy that's just maybe like 2 weeks in recovery had a relapse already. And now he's back, jumped on the horse, and he's back in recovery as of 3 days ago. So we were talking, and he told me that he joined this church, and he's a big part of this church now. And there's a requirement there that every Sunday you get up and you take a communion, which involves drinking red wine. Now, yes, I've seen that before, but I didn't know that that was a requirement. I thought that was a choice that you have to make. Now, being an alcoholic, no matter what requirements, your church has, you have to just say no to it. You could talk to your pastor, say, I need grape juice, I need fruit punch, whatever, to say you're an alcoholic and alcohol will kill you. And, he said, no, the church says that you have to have the wine. And the reason why he relapsed is because he drank that wine and that little bit of alcohol got into his system. And then right when the service was over, he ran to the store and he got more wine, because that's what alcohol does. You just have a little bit and it makes you crave more and more, especially when you're an alcoholic, a stage 4, stage 5 alcoholic. You crave it right away. It doesn't take long. And, he's new to recovery, so like the alcohol's not even completely out of his system. So what I told him is that, it's definitely not a requirement. I know very little about the Bible, but what I do know is when the Bible talks about drunkenness, it says, you walk this earth sober-minded every day because your adversary, the devil, is waiting on the other side ready to devour you. So in my mind, you don't need to drink that wine. And he said, well, I have to. So the problem he's going to have is he's going to keep relapsing, because he's going to by Sunday comes around, he's going back to church. And then before Mother's Day dinner, he'll already be drunk. He'll have another bottle of wine because he's going to crave it. Or, there's got to be something else you can do. Find a different church. I don't want to steer people away from religion because I know how important that is. And it's important in recovery for people that found a higher power. And some people just, need to go to church to do it. Some people found God. Some people use other higher powers. But this is like a slippery slope. There's never a requirement that you have to drink alcohol. That's like almost like saying, I'm a musician and I play a guitar, so it's a requirement that I shoot up heroin. No, it's not. You can be sober and be a musician. It's the same idea. As you go to church, there's not a requirement that you have to drink this wine, especially if it's going to turn you into a relapse every single week. That's no good. Not good at all. So I don't know much about it, but I would love to hear other people's opinions. But in my mind, talk to that pastor, say, I cannot have the wine, but I will participate in everything else that the church offers. I'll follow all the other requirements. I want to be here every Sunday. I want to be here for every holiday. And I'm sure the pastor will understand. So besides that, I don't know. I just thought that was a very interesting topic. I don't know much about, what the requirements are. I just know as an alcoholic that if I had to go up and take a communion, I'm going to pass on that wine. I don't care, because it's not worth it. Because what will happen is I'll just end up craving it, and then I'll end up back where I was before. So keep that in mind. Anybody that's going to church that thinks that they could just take that communion, it's kind of the same idea as if, I'm just going to have one beer when I go watch the Super Bowl. No, you just can never drink alcohol again. It's very simple. It doesn't matter. You want mouthwash without alcohol, toothpaste without alcohol, no alcohol in your life. You don't want it. It's not necessary. It's going to kill you. Well, everybody have a great day, and I hope to talk to you all soon.